Okay, let's just wait for here. Okay, good morning. Um, by the way, I hope na nung past lesson na meron tayo about arithmetic sequence ay naintindihan ninyo. Well, so far, this is the continuation of the topic lesson of the grade 10. So we are now in geometric sequence. So last time arithmetic sequence, now this time will be geometric sequence. Now, by the way, before we start, let me introduce to you myself. By the way, I am a grade 10 mathematics teacher and I am Sir Mark C. Mojica. So please, if you have your pen with you or your ball pen and notebook with you, you can actually post this video and then write kung ano yung mga concept na makikita ninyo about this lesson that we have. So without further ado, let's proceed. So before we start, let's define about the definition of a geometric sequence. So what is geometric sequence? A geometric sequence, also known as a geometric progression, is a set of terms in which each terms after the first is obtained by multiplying the preceding terms by the same fixed number called the common ratio, which is commonly represented by R. Okay, so pag sinabi natin geometric sequence, it's known as geometric progression. Actually, pag sinabi natin progression, nagpo-progress, meaning lumalaki. But in this definition, it's not only progression, but also a regression. So mamaya mapapaliwanag ko kung bakit regression. So let's talk about what is the common ratio. Okay, common ratio is essential when it comes to geometric sequence because without common ratio, we cannot determine if the sequence is geometric or not. So let's define the nature of the common ratio by simply having an example, syempre. So if we have 3, 12, 48, 192, and 768. So based on this example, nakita natin kaagad na we have the progression. So ibig sabihin, nagpo-progress siya. Papalaki siya ng papalaki. Okay? So that is being defined by our definition kanina. Okay, so how are we going to work with the common ratio? Common ratio, the same with common difference, syempre yung magkakatabi lang na number. So let's have 12 and 3. Okay, hindi mo pwede sabihin 3 and 48, 3 and 182, o 3, 768. Masyado na siyang malayo. But we will going to focus on 3 and 12 lang kasi yun dapat magkapit-bahay muna ang ating aasikasuhin. Okay, so we will go into the same with the common difference. So unahin natin yung a sub 2, i-divide lang natin kay 3. So parating una yun. So this will serve as 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. The same with 12 and 48, ganun din. So 48 divided by 12, 4 pa rin. The same with 192, divide natin kay 48, ganun pa rin, 4. At yung 768 divide kay 192, 4 pa rin ang lumabas. Now, since all of them are got a quotient of 4, so ibig sabihin, we call that 4 as a common ratio. So kung may common ratio sila, so therefore 3, 12, 48, 182, 76, 768 is what we call geometric sequence. Okay? So I hope that is clear to you. Now, let's try to analyze kung paano natin kukunin yung formula ng common ratio or the nth term for the common ratio. Simple-simple lang. The formula is R is equal to A sub n divided by A sub n minus 1. So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na pwede nating unahin natin yung second term, divide natin sa first term. Okay? So I hope that is clear to you. Let's proceed. So to determine whether the sequence is geometric or not, just like I told you, will be based on the common ratio. So kung walang common ratio, hindi siya geometric sequence. Tatandaan natin na if there is no common ratio, therefore that sequence is not a geometric. It is something else. It's either arithmetic or it's either neither arithmetic nor geometric. But here we'll be focusing on the geometric sequence. So ang bida natin dito ay si common ratio. Now, let's have this two sets of example. We have 1, 3, 9, 27, 81, and the other is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Now let's try to define which of these two examples is common, is geometric sequence or not. Okay, so let's try to have this 1, 3, 9, 27, 81. So still the same. Divide natin. 3 divided by 1 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 27 divided by 9 is 3. 81 divided by 27 is 3 also. So if R is equal to 3, or ating common ratio or quotient is 3, therefore 1, 3, 9, 27, 81 is a geometric sequence. Now, how about 3, 6, 9, 12, 15? Let's try to figure it out. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 6 is 3 over 2. 12 divided by 9 is 4 over 3. And 15 divided by 12 is 5 over 4. So if we notice, we don't have a common here. Because 2, 3 over 2, 4 over 3, 5 over 4 is not common to one another. So therefore, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 is not a geometric sequence. I hope that is clear. Okay, so let's proceed again. So the use of common ratio is napakasimple lang since alam na natin kung paano ginagawa. So let's have an example of this. If we have the first term of 3 and a common ratio of 2, create a sequence up to the 5th term. So ibig sabihin, so since we have the first term already, which is 3, and syempre, hanapin natin the second term, third term, fourth term, and the 5th term. So 4. Okay? So, ang ating n term dito is A is n plus 1. A sub n plus 1 is equal to A sub n times R. So, ano ibig ko sabihin? Since A sub 1 is equal to 3 and R is equal to 2, ang A sub 2 natin should be A sub 1 multiplied by R. So, kung ano si A sub 1, yun si R. Okay? So, therefore, we have 3 times 2. So, A sub 2 natin is 6. How about the third term? Third term, ganun pa rin. A sub 3, kung ano si A sub 2, i-multiply lang natin sa R. But this time, ang A sub 2 natin is not equal to 3, but equal to 6. So, therefore, this is 6 times 2. Therefore, we have 12. And then, next, we have the fourth term. So, A sub 3 natin. So, hindi na si 6, si 12 na to. So, this is 12 times 2. So, you have 24. So, since we are looking for the fifth term, so this will be the last term. So, yung A sub 4 natin, it's not should be equal to 6, but it should be equal to neither 12, but 24. So, therefore, we have 24 times 2. Therefore, you have 48. So, the geometric sequence that we have, that we come up based on the given, if we have the A sub 1 is equal to 3 and their common ratio is 2, we have 3, 6, 12, 24, and 48. Okay? So this is so easy, and I hope you can comprehend and get this one done. Okay, so shall we proceed with the next? So finding the nth term of geometric sequence. So naintindihan na natin kung ano yung common ratio. Naintindihan na natin how to set geometric sequence if we have the first term and the common ratio. But how are we going to find the nth term of geometric sequence, or what should I say in common or layman's term? Formula for the geometric sequence. Now, para hindi tayo mahirapan, yung example natin kanina, yun na lang gagawin natin. So, if we have a geometric sequence of 3, 6, 12, 24, 48, dito natin hahanapin yung nth term. Now, para makita natin, let's try to dissect 3, 6, 12, 24, and 48. Okay? So, A sub 1 is equal to 3 times 1, A sub 2 is equal to 3 times 2, A sub 3 is equal to 3 times 4, A sub 4, 3 times 8, A sub 5 is 3 times 16. Okay, so bakit ko ginanyan? Kasi yung first term natin is 3. Okay, so doon ako nag-base muna lahat. So lahat yan, I know that is being divisible by 3. Okay, so try to take a look. 1, 2, 4, 8, and then 16. So, gagawin natin, isahanapin natin yung mga yung tinatawag nating factors. Okay? Pag wala ng factors, for example, 3 and 1, so wala ng factors yan. So meaning that, yan na yun. The same with 3 and 2. So there is no other factor than 3 and 2. So yun pa rin. But 3 and 4, pwede. Kasi yung 4 has a factor of 2 times 2. So kaya naging 3 times 2 times 2. The same with 8. So kung sa 8, kung 4 natin is dalawang 2, so ang 8 natin tatlong 2. So 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. And also 16, ganun pa rin. Dagdagan lang natin yung 8 ng isa. So meron tayong 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 4. Now, let's try to write this one in an exponential form. So paano ba natin hahanapin? So ang 3 times 1, wala naman tayong exponential ng 3 times 1. Okay, ang 3 times 2 natin, so therefore yung 2 natin, pwede natin sabihin na 2 has an exponential of 1. Okay? So ibig sabihin merong isang 2. Okay? How about yung a sub 3? O yung 3 times 2 times 2? How many 2 did you see? So therefore we have 2. So that is 3 times 2 raised to the power of 2. And alam nyo na siguro kung ano sunod na mangyayari. So therefore this is 3 times 2 raised to the power of 3 because we have 2 3's. And also the last one is we have 3 times 2 raised to the power of 4 because we have 2 4's. Okay? So, 4's 2 pala. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 4 na tig to 2 na minultiply. Now, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na yung 3 times 1. We should think of the other terms sa 3 times 1. Okay? So, para maging 2 times, para pattern siya, formal siya, or naka-form siya sa 2, notice that 1 is equal to 2 sub 0. 2 raised to the power of 0. Okay? Bakit 2 raised to the power of 0? Kasi any number raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Kaya ang ating a sub 1 is equal to 3 times 2 raised to the power of 0. Para pattern na siya. So 2 to 0, to the 1, to the 2. Okay, susunod. So dito makikita natin na any number raised to the power of 0 is always equal to 1. So whether that is 1,000, 1 million, as long it is being raised by the power of 0, wala ka na magagawa. The answer should turn to 1. Okay? Now, let's try to analyze this one. We can now conclude that the n term will be a sub n is equal to a sub 1 or n minus 1. Okay. Sir, bakit n minus 1? Take a look. A sub 1. Okay, yung a sub 1 natin, minus 1 natin, 0. Yung a sub 2, yung 2 dun, 2 minus 1, you notice, ang exponential natin is 1. A sub 3, di ba? 3 minus 2 is 2. Yung exponential natin dito is 2. A sub 4 minus 1, exponential natin sa a sub 4 is 3. So, ganun lang yung circulation nitong n term natin. Okay? Para mas lalo pa natin maintindihan, let's have an example. Proving that the n term of geometric sequence. So, hindi na tayo lalayo. Okay? So, this is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 r raised to the power quantity of n minus 1. So meaning this is 3, 6, 12, 24, and 48. Now, para hindi tayo lumayo, let's have the marking first. So a sub 1 ito, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, a sub 5. So yan lang yung ipoprove natin. Whether a sub 1 is equal to 3, a sub 2 is 6, using the end of the geometric sequence. Always remember that our r stands for 2. Okay? So that is our common ratio. Now, let's proceed. So, if we have a sub 1 is equal to 3 times 2, di ba? At the first term, di ba? A sub 1, 3 times 2, 1 minus 1. So, meaning that is 3 times 2 raised to the power of 0. So, 2 raised to the power of 0, that is equal to 1. So, therefore, a sub 1 is equal to 3. Okay? Let's have a sub 2. A sub 2 natin is 3 times 2 raised to the power of 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 2 raised to the power of 1. Therefore, this is 3 times 2. We have 6. A sub 3, still the same. Ganun pa rin. 3 minus 1 pa rin. 3 times 2 raised to the power of 2. Therefore, this is 3 times 4. We have 12. So far, so good. Tumatama tayo. And a sub 4 is equal to 3 times 2. 4 minus 1, so that is 3. So meaning this is 3 times 2 raised to the power of 3. And then you have 3 times 8. So therefore, this is equal to 24. So if we notice, medyo tumatama na tayo from first term to fourth term. Now let's have the last term, the fifth term. So if we have the fifth term, 3 times 2, 5 minus 1. Therefore, this is 3 times 2 raised to the power of 4. But 2 raised to the power of 4 is equal to 16. And therefore, 3 times 16 is equal to 48. Since we conclude, since we notice that every term that we have is corresponds on the sequence na meron tayo, therefore, we can now conclude that a sub n is equal to a sub 1 multiplied by r quantity or raised to the power of quantity n minus 1 is definitely the n term of geometric sequence. So yan na mismo yung formula na gagamitin natin. Okay, so let's try to apply this one. Okay, application of geometric sequence. Sabi dito, find the sixth term of geometric sequence whose ratio is 4 and the first term is 3. So dito, 6. Ika-sixth term daw yung hahanapin natin. So paano ba natin hanapin yung sixth term? Simple lang. Using the formula of a sub n is equal to a sub 1 r multiplied by r raised to the power of quantity n minus 1. So 6 terms, so given natin is a sub 1 is equal to 3, r is equal to 4, n is equal to 6. But we don't know what is a sub 6, right? So a sub 6 is equal to 3 times 4 raised to the power of quantity 6 minus 1. So therefore this is 3, 4 raised to the power of 5. So what is 4 raised to the power of 5? That is 1024. Okay, so kung medyo nahihirapan kayo mag-multiply, you can use your calculator with you. Okay, so 3 times 1024, therefore we have 3072. Okay, I hope na nakasunod kayo dito sa application natin. So ganyan lang yung paggamit ng geometric sequence, yung nth of geometric sequence. As long as you know what is the first term, what is the common ratio, at kung ano yung hinahanap, kung anong term yung hinahanap sa sequence, geometric sequence, madali nyo nang masasagutan yan. Okay? Now, let's proceed with the other topic. Now, find three geometric means between 2 and 162. So, meaning, we are now in geometric means. Okay? So dito, gaya ng sinabi ko, katulad ng arithmetic sequence natin, we try to visualize this one. Okay, arithmetic natin, binivisualize natin. We should visualize this also. So having the first term, 2, and the last term of 162. Pero sabi dito sa tanong, find 3 geometric means between. So ibig sabihin, between 2 and 162. Hanapin natin yung mga yung mga terms na meron tayo. So, ilan yun? So, visualize tayo. 1, 2, 3. So, ibig sabihin, nasatisfy na natin yung ating equation. So, 3 geometric means yun yung mga hahanapin natin ngayon. Now, let's try to find the given. The given natin is, syempre, first term is equal to 2. Now, n natin is equal to 5. So marami nagtatanong, sir, bakit naging 5? So let's try to count how many terms do we have. So kasama na yung mga hindi pa natin alam na geometric terms na meron tayo. So you have 2 and then 1, you have 1, 1, and 162. So if you have 2 here, 2 na tayo, tapos 162 dito, so meron tayong 3 dito, so 2 plus 3, therefore we have 5. Huwag po kayong malilito dito. Kaya nga sabi sa inyo, I want you to visualize first before conducting a certain given para hindi kayo malito. Okay? Now, so a sub 5 natin, matik na yan 162. Kasi first term, second, third, fourth. Ang fifth term natin is 162. Okay, bakit natin kailangan to? Para makita natin si common ratio. So, babalikan natin yung formula ng n term. So, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 rn minus 1. So, instead na ilagay natin a sub 5, we know the value of a sub 5, 162. So, 162 is equal to 2, which is our first term. At yung common ratio natin, hindi natin alam. Notice yung n minus 1, 5 minus 1, because we know that n is equal to 5. So, 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. So, meaning this is ayan. So, ang gagawin natin is, i-divide natin, tatanggalin natin yung 2 kay r by simply dividing both equation by 2. So, ganito nangyari. 162 divided by 2 and 2 divided by 2. Now, we will going to cancel 162 by 2 kasi alam natin that is divisible by 2. I guess that is 81. And the same also with 2 over 2 because that is equal to 1. So, ang ating equation na ngayon is 81 is equal to r raised to the power of 4. Okay. Notice that yung 81 natin is came from 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So, ibig sabihin, 4 na 3. So, 81 is equal to 3 raised to the power of 4. So, ang gagawin lang natin, we will substitute 81, gagawin natin 3 raised to the power of 4. So, meron tayong ganyan. Now, if we try to find the fourth root of that, syempre, alam na natin, 3 ang sagot dyan. Pero, ito lang naman isa sa mga para mapabilis lang tayo. If the other equation consists of the same exponential, we can cancel the exponent. Okay, pwede natin cancelin yan. Because the result is still the same. R is equal to 3. Now, since alam na natin ang common ratio, let's try to figure it out what is the 3 geometric means between 2 and 162. Okay, so since R is equal to 3, at yung ating kaninang n term, A sub n is equal to A n minus 1 R, so meaning the first term, para makuha natin sa second term, we did the first term. First term is 2 times 3, therefore you have 6. So the second term na meron tayo is equal to 6. Now let's find the third term. Third term is A sub 2. So 6 times 3, therefore you have 18. So you have 18 over here. And also, let's try to find out the fourth term, the last of the 3 geometric means na meron tayo. So therefore, this is 18 times 3, therefore this is 54, kaya 54. Kaya lang marami nagtatanong, sir, is that, tawag ito? Yan ba ay applicable? Let's try to figure it out. Baka naman sumablay tayo, baka hindi, yung fifth term natin is hindi 162. Let's try to find out kung talagang 162 ang fifth term. So, syempre, this is 54, multiply natin by 3. So, 54 multiplied by 3 is still 162. So, natanggal niyo yung agam-agam ninyo. So, therefore, yung R natin is correct. So, this is the 3 geometric means between 2 and 162. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, let's have another geometric means. Okay, find 4 geometric means between 224 and 7. Okay, so dito baliktad. Tingnan natin. So 224, lagay natin the first term and the last term is 7. Now, try to visualize yung 4 geometric means. So, ibig sabihin, 4 ang hinahanap natin between, pinagitnaan ng 224 and 7. So we have 4 underlines here. Hindi natin alam. Now let's try to have the given. So ang given natin, syempre, the first term. Followed by n is equal to 6 because if we try to add 224, the first term and the last term, that is 2. And then you have 4 geometric means, therefore this is 4 plus 2, kaya naging 6. And also, a sub 6 natin is equal to 7. Okay. Now, paano gagawin? Ganun ulit. We start looking for the common ratio. So we will proceed with the n term na meron tayo, which is a sub n is equal to a sub 1r raised to the power of quantity n minus 1. Now, 7, since that is our a sub 6, so 224 natin, so 6 minus 1. Ganun pa rin, i-divide natin yung, tatanggalin natin yung 224 sa r, so i-divide natin both sides of the equation by 224. So, ima-minus na rin natin 6 minus 1. So, therefore, this is equal to 7 over natin kay 224. 224 divide natin kay 224 raised, multiply by r raised to the power of 5. Notice yung 6 minus 1, that is 5 na already. Now, we can cancel 7 and 224 because I know that is divisible by 7. And 224 and 224, that is equal to 1. So, therefore, we have 1 raised to the power of 32. Okay, now take a look. 1 raised to the power of 32. 1 raised to the power of 32 came from 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. So, 5 1/2 ang katumbas ng 132. So, kung gagawin natin exponential ng 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2, therefore we have 1 over 32 is equal to 1 raised to the power of 5 because we see 5 ones dito and we see 5 twos meron din tayo. So, gaya ng sinabi ko, substitute natin if 1 is equal to 1 over 32 is equal to 1 raised to the power of 5 over 2 raised to the power of 5. Therefore, 1 raised to the power of 5 over 2 raised to the power 5 is equal to r raised to the power 5. Now, ano sabi ko kanina? If we have the same exponential, okay, exponential to sa left side is the same with the right side, we can automatically cancel that one out. Okay? So meaning, ang r natin is equal to 1/2. Now, find the 4 geometric means. Tayo. Since r is equal to 1/2, ganun pa rin ang gagawin natin. Yung a sub n is equal to a sub n minus 1 r. So, a sub n, a sub 1. So, 224 divided by 1/2 times 1/2. So, therefore, that is 112. So, 112 yung ating second term. Let's have the third term, a sub 2r, so 112. So, ganun pa rin, 56 ang ating third term. Fourth term, okay, so this is 56 times 1/2. So, therefore, this is 28. Sir, bakit times ang sinasabi mo pero dinidivide mo naman? Notice, 56 times 1 is 56 over 2. So, 56 over 2, you can divide. 56 divided by 2 is still 28. Ganun po yun. Okay, huwag po kayo malilito doon. Okay, let's have the fifth term. So, fifth term natin, that is a sub 4r. So, this is 28 times 1/2. So, 28 times 1 divided by 2. Therefore, we have 14. Now, sir, sigurado ka ba ang last term natin, yung ika-sixth term ay 7 ba talaga using this kind of pattern? Well, let's try to have. So, a sub 6, a sub 5r. So, meaning this is a sub 6 is equal to 14 times 1/2. So, 14 divided by 2 is 7. So, that is our sixth term. Now, gaya na sinabi ko kanina sa definition natin, ang geometric sequence, sabi doon, is a progression. So, this is also a regression type. Why? Kasi from 2 to 4, pababa siya. Nagre-regress siya papuntang 7. So the definition can be concluded that the geometric mean is either progression or regression. Okay? So ganyan lang ang ginagawa natin. So I hope na naintindihan ninyo yung lesson natin for today. Okay? So, gaya na sinasabi ko in the last two videos that we have is pag hindi naintindihan, ulitin lang. Ulitin. Panoorin, at pakinggan habang nanonood. Hindi yung nanonood tapos hindi ka naman nakikinig. You have to listen. But these three here will be useless if you don't try it. So, kailangan mo subukan at subukan parate. So, I hope you learned something for today. So, pag hindi pag medyo nalilito at medyo hindi naiintindihan ng lesson, balik-balikan lang po ang video na to. Repeat, watch, listen, and try it to yourself so that yung retention natin ay hindi mawawala ang geometric sequence sa buhay natin if we do such things. Okay, I hope to see you on next vlog natin. And thank you so much for taking this one, and I hope everyone should be okay na. Okay, God bless. At please like and subscribe this video para sa mga susunod nating lesson. Okay, God bless to everyone. Okay.